right, guys, we are back. We are back. We are beginning our day. It's about 12:30. We're going to be out till about 6:30 today. That is the plan. So we'll get about 6 hours. And all right, we got our first order. Oops. There we go. All right, there we go. I don't have the registrar app on this phone, so we're using the A25 app. The Samsung A25 5G, courtesy of Boost Mobile. So this is one of my backup phones that I use. Um, I inherited my dad's phone number, so I did what anybody would do. Boost Mobile was offering a deal on the A25, and I went ahead and took advantage of it because I needed to keep his number on for a while. So, no, I haven't checked in on Instacart yet. Gig Adventures. Um, I haven't done anything with Instacart today. This is my first order today. We're doing Jersey Mike's right now on DoorDash. So I didn't know Instacart was having issues. Um, Sorry to hear that. I know that's frustrating when that happens. But wow, is it a big batch? Are you having to let the batch go, or are you going to try to complete? Is there any way to try to complete it? Keep that money. So and guys, by the way, we're back on Earn by Time. That's what we started on. We're going to, as I had committed earlier, Earn by Time is the direction we're going. Uh, Unless we get into a situation like we did yesterday where we got relocated to a new market. And then, uh, in that case, at that new market, we only had an earn by offer option, so we turned it on, and it actually worked out pretty well. I guess we made, what was it, almost, I want to say $77 or $78 in 3 hours, so it wasn't bad. But today we are challenging ourselves to dash with the A25. It's not going to have all the bells and whistles I'm used to. It's not going to have all the swipes and the customizations. I've got my Z Fold 5 with me in case I need to bring it out. But we're going to try to get through the day and see how we do. Um, and check it out because the A25 is yeah, thank you, Meme Factory, or Meme Factory, whoever the hell you are. I did well. Shadow the Cat. I'm a DoorDash driver. That's what I am. How's Skip Cart Gig Adventures? Is that good? Does that have decent orders? I don't have Skip Cart in my area. Limbo. A mobile game? Yeah, I'm not really into the mobile gaming though, unfortunately. I don't do much mobile gaming because I'm driving all the time, so I can't really play games. But perhaps my sons would like it. I'll have to tell them about it. Gig Adventures, are you on Spark? We have arrived at Jersey Mike's, so let's see what we got here. Picking up 3 items. Hopefully we're starting out on the right end of the tip spectrum here today. All right, let's see what we got here. Chocolate soda. We got to make sure we have a drink there. All right, let's go into. So we got 5.5 miles. Well, Nala, I am I was brought up under that idea, but I'm testing it out in the new tier system. That's what brought this upon me. Where the tier system, I think it might have changed up things a slight bit, but we're gonna see. So I've got to go where I've never gone before. That's 100% AR. Got to go to the dark side, so to speak. And I'm either going to end up back at the spot I was in, or I'm going to maybe end up in new territory with a new perspective on gig work and how to do it and what to expect and all of that. Oops, hold on. Oops. There we go. All right. All right, so I guess what we need to do is head into. Actually, you know what I got to do? One more thing on here. Let's go to settings. Let's make sure my floating widget is on. No, it is not. We're going to turn that on. Settings. Dasher up here on top. All right, let's head in. I'll be back. In Vegas, Uber is king. Okay. Well, Uber X is king. I bet. I bet. Um, I would not be surprised about that, especially with all the tourists. Do you go down to the strip much, Gig Adventures, or do you just stick it up by, or do you stay out of that area? All right, so the order was ready, waiting for us. That's what we like.
Head northwest toward US 11 South, Williamsport Pike.
Let's turn it off. We don't need words. There we go. All right, so here we go. Let's first off make sure I know what direction I'm going. Where am I going? All right, I got it. Let's go. Let's go get this money, guys. Figure out if this has a tip on it or not. Normally, the first order of the day will tell you the direction you're going to go algorithmically. Start out with a no tip. You know that you're in a day where DoorDash wants to get something back from you. You start out with a nice tip order, makes sense. Then you know what? Today might be a day that you're going to make some money. We hope to have one like yesterday, because yesterday was a good day. And I'd love to get some more Papa John orders like we got yesterday with $45 tips on them. That would be fantastic. That would sell me on the Earn by Time program. That would certainly sell me living at 95%. But we're going to see. Are we going to make money or not? Are we going to make money? Or will we struggle like we did last Thursday? How was it? I got to think. Was it a good day last Thursday, or was that one of my struggles? I know last Tuesday was terrible. Or not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before was just one of the worst ever. But you know what? It is what it is. We're going to get that. We're fully expecting that we're going to have some days where things are just going to not be great in this experiment. The question is it better to take some dips at 95%? Will it offset? Or, can we offset some of those days when it goes bad, just turn the app off? And I've got a lot of other options. And just say, you know what, I don't kind of lean into the day. I leaned into the day because I wanted to see if it got better or it got worse. It didn't get better. So I think part of it's recognizing the signs that the day is getting away from you. It's not going to be an algorithmically friendly day. So turn it off. Come back another day. Or can we get to a sweet spot here with this tier system? And if you maintain a certain level, can you have bigger and better days? I mean, obviously, I think, with everything you do, there will be the negative orders you've got to do sometimes. But, and this is an issue that I think a lot of people don't understand. I know a lot of people are like, well, this can turn them down. Right. I understand. But let's just say I said I want to stay in the range of 90 to 100, like I'm talking about. I want to go 75 to 100. The problem you have is when you get to a certain point, you're going to have to do a certain amount of orders or you're going to fall. So in other words, say I hit that 75. In order for me to get back up to 100, I have to do 100 orders under that scenario. But there's going to be a period where there's going to be 20, 30, 40 orders where my AR isn't going to move. It's just how it's going to end up. And it's in those 20, 30, 40 orders. The question is, are you treated better with a higher AR than you are letting it fall and working your way back up? And I believe DoorDash is attempting. Because remember, everybody looks at such a sinister approach to DoorDash. Oh, DoorDash is they give DoorDash too much credit. DoorDash is beta testing all this stuff. They're truly piloting things. They don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't know how the algorithm's going to react. Remember, one thing we do know for certain, 110%, is this. That algorithm, it has a mind of its own. It's AI. It's learning. It's learning the driver. It's learning the restaurants. It's learning the market. It's reacting. And DoorDash is saying, okay, well, let's try to tier it up. Let's try to separate it out. Let's try to make it 150. And can we then get drivers at the top tier who are driving for us full time? Can we turn them into high wage earners? And they're testing it out. Sometimes the results are negative. So I think that's when you see the adjustments. And DoorDash, I think, knows that by creating that high earning slot, they know only so many people are going to be able to get there. So those that are already there, we have an advantage if we're there, stay up there, take advantage, earn the money, and get the priority of the different programs that they've allegedly restricted from Dashers with certain ratings. And if that is happening, but I think a lot of times people go, oh, well, DoorDash lied. DoorDash doesn't lie. DoorDash just can't tell the truth about one aspect. They don't actually have control over what the algorithm does. They just put in, these are the parameters, these are the tiers, this is what we want you to do. And then they just go, okay, let's see how it goes. And then then their data engineers are looking at 60, 90, 120 days out. And they're like, okay, how's it performing? Let's make a tweak. Let's go to this market over here and tweak it like this and see what happens. And if it performs whatever result they're looking to get, if they accomplish that, they're going, okay, let's open it up into more markets. As they're opening up into more markets, they may see, it may work great, it may not work great. But that's what's happening. And of course, we as humans who are designed to see DoorDash as this beast of exploitation, I think gives DoorDash too much credit in what they're accomplishing with their algorithm.
The customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Hand it to me. Call upon arrival, please.
Will do. All right, guys, we got 980 on that one. Yup, don't say that. Please do not say that. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare scenario that we will not allow to happen ever again. That was a debacle. That was a dark moment. And an otherwise great day. Not really, actually. That day was a mess. But we certainly hope that does not happen. That was not cool, man. It already happened. Yes, you missed that part. It already happened several days ago. We would already be at 100% but we had to reset the clock. I wasn't at 99 yet. I was at 97, and I had it happen twice in a row. And then basically later on that evening, I was dashing on Earn by Offer, and I ended up just having to turn down 2 orders I didn't like, so it ended up resetting the whole process. It was horrible. I was dashing with my kids, and we were in an area. The cell phone, I didn't even know it was. I didn't even know. It was like my phone was on, and then I looked back, and I'm like, holy shit. Then the rest of the day, I kind of had dashed a few more orders after that, and then the next day, I'm starting the day out. I open up my dash, hit start, and I'm sitting there waiting, and it goes by like 20 minutes, and I'm like, this is strange, Normally I get an order. Matthew Doherty, dashing in West Virginia. And next thing you know, I kill my app, kill the cache, clear the cache, and lo and behold, I've been on hold. It says 20, I'm paused. It says like 24 minutes remaining until my dash is over. I was pissed. I'm like, are you kidding me? So that day began. I was like, well, now I can count it. So I have a little counter. So we're 61 orders away now from 100. So I've been sitting at 95% since then. And that was just that, man. Knoxville, Tennessee. Welcome, Matthew. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. What's your AR, Matt? Well, yeah, it's 70% with platinum, but here's the thing. I live there at 70, 75. The idea here is there, look, it's about to, as these tier programs are getting more mature, the plan that DoorDash has is they're raising the tier requirements to 80%. This is where it's going to go to. And 150 deliveries to do platinum. And that's going to be the requirement to get Dash Now is 80%. So, I was sitting in the 70s and didn't see a large order program at all. And then I started moving my AR up, and I got into the 90s, and that's when I started to see all the large order programs. I had the $45 Papa John's pizza order yesterday. I had the $41 or $33 sushi order the other night. Hell, I was popping off in Charlestown yesterday afternoon with lots of decent orders. Oh yeah, well, that's why I want to see, because it's looking like we're going to have to be prepared for the higher tiers. And I've been doing some research. I've been watching some videos on people that have already started this in other markets down in the South. And, they are reporting that, look, the deal is this. If we're going to have to get to 70 in order to Dash Now and get features we need and live, the question at hand is how are we treated better? See, this is the question Dashers have to ask themselves. If you understand how the AR works, there's going to be 30, 40 orders regardless that you're going to have to take at some point. So if you have a cutoff of 75, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, you're going to sit there for 30, 40 probably until you rewind back. you get to the section where you were staggering out your declines. How you doing, Shaquille? Welcome back, Shaquille Ahmed. Thank you. That's from I believe you're coming to us from Pakistan. Uh, so the question is that we really have to start answering fundamentally is it's not like if we're going to participate in the tiers and we're going to try to be a DoorDash being a part of our earnings, we have to answer one of three questions. Is it better? And the first is, how are we treated and how much do we make when we're at 70 or above? Now, if we decide we're going to go all the way down to 70, all right, and then get all the way back up, we have to figure out how bad is it when we have to take those 30 to 40 orders to get back to where we can increase our AR back up into the 90s just to go back down again, because we're going to have to do it. So are the orders better doing it that way? Does it really matter? Or is it better to be at 95% and do you get a better shitty order? So it's what we're really having to deal with here is we've reached the place in our time as dashers that we have to say we are going to have to take a shitty order or two. The question is, what grade of shit are we dealing with? And it doesn't matter. Meaning, if you're getting the same class of shitty orders, when you get down to 75 and you move back up to 95, just to be able to get access to turning things down, you know, or to have the ability to turn things down a little bit. When we're moving up, is the class of orders the same as what we're turning down at the time? If it is, then you know what? Do the shitty order and maintain 95%. And if you're getting better results, then the ultimate question. So you have to. Okay, here we go. We got Long John Silver's guys. I just pulled into a little spot here where there's good internet. And I was gonna I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna go in here and get a drink. But and then the question is, okay, so how much money do we make in either of those, comparatively speaking? Does it make a difference if one does? And then the question is, all right, do we make more money just letting our AR drop to zero and just letting DoorDash go like I've done with Grubhub and Uber Eats and just say, you know what, when they send me a good enough order, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm Sparking. Otherwise, I'm Instacart. Because Spark is the heavy hitter right now in my market. I mean, honestly, that's the one that's gonna give me the best miles to money. Uber will come through on occasion. A couple times a day, they'll send me something that's decent. They'll hide the tip, but it'll turn into $17 for 5 miles or something like that. I've just got to be willing to take it. Grubhub, once or twice a day, will send me something decent. Should I put DoorDash in that category and say, well, boom? Or is it worth it to get into the 70, 80, 90, shovel a little shit, keep moving, and will I make money faster rather than sitting around and saying, all right, I got to sit for 40% of my 10 hours out, you know, so I got to be out for 10 to find 6 hours that I can work at $35 an hour. Or is it better to go out for 6 hours and make just about what I would be making in that time if I combine it all together? So it's a lot of questions. So what we're really analyzing right now is the quality of shit I have to take. Like this order right here, it's probably going to be a shitty order. I mean, it's one item. But the question is, taking this item on Earn by Time, because I need to. Now the question is, will I get a high tier order and a high value order like I did yesterday for $45? How frequent does that happen on Earn by Time to offset this? Well, that's where we have to get to. When I get to 100%, then I'm going to start trying to give some time to Spark. But then I got to figure out, you know, but you're going to find, you're in honeymoon period right now. Spark can get dark too. It can get real nasty. Rest assured on that. It can take you to places. There are days that I'll see nothing on Spark but a $7, $8 triple stack. Okay, I'll see no shops, and then there's days it'll pop off. So, you know, you've got to have all the tools in the toolbox in order to attack the gig economy. And you know, so it's a matter of where do these tools need to be at. Um, when we're attacked, should we, put DoorDash, like if it's going to be a Spark day today, do we just, all right, DoorDash is done. We're not going to worry about it because Spark is popping. You got to figure out the strategy. Well, that's exactly right, and that is very common. So when that happens and there's nothing for hours, you got to have something there. And for me, now I do believe one day I tried it and I did okay. I made like $185. I think it was about 7 hours. It wasn't terrible. I didn't do any DoorDash. I just did Uber, Grubhub, and Spark, and Instacart. I didn't do an Instacart that day. I basically did all three of those, and it didn't work. It wasn't bad. It was a there was a lot of waiting. Um, I had a lot more downtime because the volume isn't as significant with those apps in my market. But I was able to do it. Now, again, I didn't test it out for 30 days or anything like that. I just did it one day. But one day, I felt okay. I felt like it was okay. And I thought, well, okay. If something ever happened between me and DoorDash or I couldn't do it, gotcha. So you're saying fixed salary jobs, or you mean like fixed, you know, which kind of Spark almost in a way lets you do that to a degree, but Amazon Flex is one that I think I need to bring back in. All right, I will be right back. What's up, Burger Potato? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in today. I'm glad to see you're back. Good to see you. I'll be right back, guys. need music when he's gone. Yeah, I know. I apologize. I guess I need to start doing that somehow. I don't know if there's a way to. I don't have the. I'm not using StreamYard or anything. I'm using the YouTube deal. All right, so we're going to Long John Silver's. Let's go. Oh, it's not gonna let me check it. Thought I was close. All right, let's go to Long John's. So we went ahead and spent our first order, almost. Made $9.60 on the first order and spent $8.60 in sheets. So there you go. That's how you do it. Oh, there are playlists, but I don't know. Can I play? I guess I'd have to play them on another phone or something. I need to find them. Burger Potato, if you can drop me a link to one, I'll consider trying to get it hooked up and played next time I have a break. All right. Let's hope and pray that no, I know how to run StreamYard in portrait mode. I just don't have I don't use it. I use EVMux, but I have something else streaming right now on it. Turn you guys towards the road while I'm eating. Eating my lunch, cheese sandwich. It's a DoorDash delivery driver lunch. All right. We were 5 minutes late. Uncrustable is done. We just crushed it. Yeah, that's my lunch. Economical. It's all 5 minutes. No, I think what it is, there's a delay. Actually, yup. You guys are actually delayed, believe it or not. All right, let's head in. Let's head in. And it should be ready. This place does a good job getting it ready, actually. Uncrustable and a Coke, you're doggone right, man. And of course, there's one other thing. Our official sponsor for today's stream. It's a friend of every delivery driver out there. 5 Hour Energy. Always go with the extra strength because you're going to need it when you're out here delivering, especially if you're trying to. It is a lunch of champions. You get an Uncrustable, a Coke with a 5 Hour Energy for dessert. So it doesn't get better than that. Talk about feeling rejuvenated without even having to take a nap. Boom. All right, I will be right back. Appreciate it. Thank you for liking the stream. Burger Potato, thank you. Thank you. All right, we're back. It was ready. So now I'm getting the mapping ready to go here. How far do we got to go out? So will we get back-to-back tippers? I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Sometimes I'll get a tip and then I'll get a no tip or a low tip. We'll see what this one is. Hopefully it's a tip. That's the fun. You don't know. They literally hide every tip on here. You have no idea if you're getting a non-tip or not.
Head west toward
I have
West
been
Virginia
doxed
9
already. I
East.
tell everybody what market I'm in. I'm in the Martinsburg market. I mean, I guess that's probably stupid given the climate of people out here that are willing to try to get you, cause trouble for you. But I mean, people can look around and see. What,
Take
I'm
the
in
next left onto West Virginia 9 East.
I work in multiple markets, but Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Maryland, Winchester,
Continue on West Virginia 9 East for 1.5
Greencastle,
miles.
Pennsylvania, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. But yeah, I was doxxed. Badly. Ridiculous stuff. But that's in the past. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, I hope to hell that it was nobody on YouTube that actually reported Pedro. I think that would be an absolute travesty. It should be scary for everybody if that's what's going on. I mean, it's just not cool. It's a scary, scary thing because, but I guess that's the price of coming out here and trying to put your journey on social media. You got to watch yourself. But, I mean, you also just got to be able to maintain your composure when it comes to dealing with people that don't tip you or people that don't appreciate what you're doing. It's just part of it. It's, I mean, what DoorDash is attempting to make the case for to us with the tier program, with all of these changes, is we have to deal with some of these people. So you can either try to avoid them and figure an algorithm that will then ignore you too, or you can figure out how to deal with them, protect yourself, and just make the interaction as well as it can be. And maybe even get a tip out of them. I mean, you got to remember, pizza customers, but, so it's like, because I started using my S23 Ultra yesterday, and I had very little issues, although I had a few problems when we got back to the zone in areas that I expected to have an issue in. But I should not have an issue. Oh, they do? I didn't know they do that. Okay. I would think you'd want to have just one stream up and let everybody just donate on that stream. I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of situations. I mean, for instance, Pizza Hut in some of these areas or some of these pizza places. I mean, people traditionally tip their pizza driver with cash, right? They don't even know. Like, I had a delivery on Earn by Time. A lady comes to the door. Now, Pizza Hut fucked me up, man. I knew there was more to the order. The dude's like, no, this is all it is. It was a box of cheese sticks. I just waited like 20 minutes. I'm like, there's no way. nope, this is it. That's all it is. It's all in that box. I didn't open the box. I can't open the box, right? It's sealed. So I said, are you sure? He said, yes. I show up at the door. Lady shows up with a handful of cash. And I hand her cheese sticks. And she's like, I ordered 3 pizzas and the cheese sticks. And I said, ma'am, I know you did. And I showed it. I said, and I fought with the guy at Pizza Hut, and he told me that this was all there was in the order. What's up, German Dad? You are.
1,000
nice.
feet,
Let us
turn
know how
left
it is.
after
Keep us
Wendy's
posted.
on the left, onto Woodbury Avenue.
And she tells me, you know, I said, well, I'm going to have to call DoorDash support. And she's like, DoorDash?
Turn left
And I
after
said,
Wendy's
well,
on the left,
you ordered
onto
through
Woodbury
DoorDash? She said,
Avenue.
no. I ordered through the Pizza Hut app. And, well, no, she said she called it in. I'm sorry, she called it in. That's what she said. She said,
Continue
I tried
on
to order in
Woodbury
the
Avenue
app.
for half a
I couldn't
mile.
order in the app, and I called it in. I said, well, ma'am, I'm going to contact DoorDash support, and we're going to get this worked out. So this lady called in the order. She had no chance to tip. She had a handful of cash. She had $15 for me, and I said, ma'am, keep it. I delivered your cheese sticks. I'm sorry this happened, but I'm not taking your $15. Give it to the next driver. She's like, okay, fine. But I'm sharing that story because in that case, we, the driver, would be looking at that customer and saying, that's a no-tip customer, you jerk, you show up. She called the order in, and DoorDash, the order was loaded in. So this can happen, I'm sure, at
In a quarter mile,
other
turn left
restaurants.
onto Martinsburg Parkway, East
So,
Muller Avenue.
for instance, say a restaurant has a call-in delivery and they offer a delivery service. They may load that into the DoorDash system. They have the right to do that. Well, yes, because Little
Take the
Caesars
second
and
left onto
Pizza Hut,
Martinsburg Parkway, East Muller
I
Avenue,
confirmed, I
then
had a
slide right onto
conversation
Jenny
with
Wren
support on
Drive.
this. They, and I also talked to people in the store when I was picking up orders. They said yes, they do put orders in. They put their call-in orders in for delivery. Sometimes their app will go down or their call-in, and they offer the delivery over the phone. So say, would you like carry out or delivery? And if it's delivery, they get their address. They get their card information. They charge them, and then the expectation is they're going to tip the driver when they get to the house. They don't have any way
Make
to
a slide
add
right onto Jenny Wren Drive,
like Little
Rosedale,
Caesars
then
doesn't have
continue
any way
straight
to
onto
upload a
Jenny
tip
Wren
form.
Drive.
So they upload it manually into the DoorDash platform, and then I guess Little Caesars pays DoorDash or
Continue straight onto Jenny Wren Drive.
But they have the option to do that. So in that case, that customer didn't tip me. He gets, some angry driver at their door that's like,
In a quarter mile, turn right onto
where that
Bainbury
pizza order
Lane.
sits. So that's why Earn by Time came into effect. That's why DoorDash is saying the driver doesn't understand logistically. That's why I walked in and I got a Little Caesars order one day, and it was an older man, and he was ordering food for his grandkids, and I had quite a few pizzas, and I show up and he hands me a $20 bill. So, point is, there's a lot more to this than you think, and you've got to kind of keep an open mind and not it's not all what it seems. Now there are cases where an individual
Take the next right onto Bainbury Lane.
says, okay, I'm not going to tip the driver, and in those cases it doesn't really matter if they pay us enough base pay to offset whatever the tip was. I mean, the tip,
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Aquila Terrace.
at the end of the day, why would you give up money? Now, some would say, well, I want to protect my ratings. They're going to give me bad ratings. I can tell you right now, I've predominantly
Take the next left
avoided
onto
no-tip
Aquila
orders,
Terrace,
and there
then
was
turn right onto Farm
times
Pond
that I've
Lane.
gotten 1-star ratings, and they were not coming from a no-tip person. Because there was a time when everybody I took was tipping.
Turn right onto Farm Pond Lane, then your destination
So-
will be on the right.
but you gotta be prepared to protect yourself because there's just gonna be customers out there.
Your
There's gonna be
destination
some
is on
young
the right.
kid who's ordering for the first time and thinks, "Oh, I'm slick. I'm getting me some free food," and boom, they pull one on you, and you gotta be prepared to prove you actually did do it. And I can
The
tell you
customer
it will work.
requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions.
Oh, damn, this phone is slow. I'll tell you what. Be right back.
Customer requested you leave the
All right, guys. So not bad. $5.94 base pay, $2.50 tip. So a little bit of a low tip offer here. That puts us at $18.24 for the day. Steady. But steady. And it was great when I turned on my app. Justice is a process. It's an old saying my dad used to say. All right. Let's see. Where it stops on. $5.94. Justice is a process, not an outcome. The ultimate trunk setup, I will. I'll take you guys. If it gets slow and we need something to do and we're parked in a parking lot, I'll go ahead. We'll do it. I'll take it to the trunk and liven up the lot. Or get wild and go into the trunk and examine the bags and all that stuff. So let's see here. What time did we start our first order? 12:36. So we're coming upon the first hour, guys. This time of day, good or bad, it's gray. I don't know what to feel about it. $18. We've made $18.24 in our first hour of the day. Definitely could have been better. But it could have been a lot worse, considering I accepted every order. And these orders would have absolutely paid a lot worse if I would have done them on earn by offer. No question about it. I would have had $7 on the first one, and I would have had $4.50 on this one, and I'd have been at $11.50. So there you have it. You gotta be willing to earn by time, man. You gotta put it in the toolbox and be willing to pull it out when you need it. Now it's telling me to go to McDonald's up here, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ride ahead. Well, I hope it is. I mean, yup, that would be ideal. Last time I was out here yesterday, that was the neighborhood I was in when Papa John's flagged me down, and I got the double order. I feel like, though, actually, to be honest with you, the next order is going to actually be a low order. It'll either be a order that will require me to go a distance, or and then it'll end up with either a $1 or no tip. And then then it'll pay me out. This is kind of what I've seen. It starts out, it's like order 1, order 2 are decent. Order 3, Algo comes back and says, all right, are you willing to stay on earn by time or not? All right, you take the shit. So now you're mad. You're like, what the hell, man? I'm about to enter hour or 2. I just made $5. So I'm sitting at $23, and then they'll swoop in and hit you with a double and pay you out $30. Well, we'll see. That's where yesterday it happened. Well, let's see. No, yesterday it was the third hour. You're right. Yes, yesterday was the third hour. That was when they hit me with the big one, and I'd been earning steadily at about $18, $19 an hour for the day, and you can see right now, like, that's now DoorDash will have me earning. Well, let's see. I can tell you what DoorDash would have me earning right now. In DoorDash's system, the active time, so to speak, I'm at $21.89. So in DoorDash's system, remember, their goal is to get you to 25 an hour active time or higher. My thought is that if you're a driver in the platinum range at a large order program, pizza program, fully vetted, well, yeah, they would do that. Well, the problem, though, is that on earn by time, though, you don't know. Oh, here it is. We got one. Dunkin' Donuts. Wow. So we're delivering. Again, what did I tell you? It's Dunkin' Donuts. I kind of go, but I told you what was going to happen. And sure enough, I was getting ready to say we're going to deliver a coffee. One item. It's a drink. It's an original blend coffee. I told you what was going to happen. This will be either $1 or there will be no tip at all. It's 2 miles. So they're going to get us working now. This is how we're going to begin our next hour. And it's going to be like $3 or $4 for 2 miles. It'll be just a hair over $1 a mile. And because right now, that's the other thing you want to pay attention to, is see where they want you to get. Right now I'm at $1.82 a mile. So they're also going to want to bring me down to about $1.40 a mile. That's where I see them wanting you to live, like what they would view as a premium place to be, between $1.40 and $1.50. How you doing, Lester Gillis? Welcome, Arkansas. Well, West Virginia here. A little bit up north from you. How's the Arkansas market treating you? How's your AR? You getting it up? Bryan, Arkansas. Get you a free fountain drink. Yeah, thank you. But yeah. So I predicted this. This is the third order. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Not as busy right now. Gotcha. Are you earning by time or earning by offer? And do you have the tier system? Dunkin' will be, yup. It depends on the weight because right now I don't have far to travel, so I would not actually be surprised if it was like $2 and $2 with a dollar tip. It'll probably be like $3 and some change, and they have me going 2.4 miles and 2.4 miles from back there. Oh, you haven't seen the tier system? I got you. I got you. Well, it's coming. Be ready. Have that AR up so you can jump in and experiment in your market, see how it goes. And I'd recommend you, if you have earn by time available, start kind of getting familiar with it. Start adjusting that mindset now, so you're fully ready to take advantage of the tier system. You got to change up a little bit. But make it fun. Stay positive. Don't get upset. Don't fret. The algorithm will make it better if you're around to allow it to happen. That's what I've seen. Here it is, guys. Here's Dunkin' Donuts. Oops. There it is, right there, guys. So that is where we're going to pick up our coffee here. And I will tell you, this Dunkin' Donuts does not always have their shit together, and they're very rude to drive. It is what it is. That's right. Well, that's fine. Yep, I don't mind investigating, but there is going to come a point where you're going to have to do some heavy lifting yourself in your market. You can't. You got it. Not all markets are the same, so you're going to have to dig in, go find the facts. But you can maybe do it a little bit more efficient than I'm doing it because you're going to have my experience to run off of. All right, let's see what we got here. So 2.7 miles. And right now, this is why you don't see me like rushing or anything like that. The EBT pay rate is $13.25 where I'm at. Now, there is a market down the street from me where it's $17. I've thought about going there, but it's like today I don't really feel like driving all the way up there. And I've been up there, and it's earned nicely. When I was up there last time, I earned $29 an hour dash time and $35 an hour active time. And I wasn't even getting large order program. I was just getting regular tips. I mean, the tips were like $10, $12. It was really good, and I was like, "This is awesome." But I should probably be up there, but it's about a 40-mile drive, and it's just not really. I'd rather just get started working and get going. Maybe when I get to 100, I'll go up there. Yeah, 13.25 is tough. That's what I'm saying. It's tough. I mean, so yesterday was a nice surprise to see it go, but I did have to kind of use a little. Oops. But I will say, one of the things that I will say about earning my time is I like the fact I feel less stressed, less worried about things when I'm on earn by time. Now, when I'm on earn by offer, I really feel pushed because I'm like, I don't want to let that, I know I'm getting $3 base paid, $5 tip, and it's like, I don't want to sit here and wait and let that value decrease as I'm sitting here waiting. So I'm feeling more pressure to move around, just keep going and keep going. Whereas here, it's like I'm sitting at a light. All right, that's cool. EBT is much less stressing. That's what Tony Shoe sold, and it's not. I have on an average basis so far. It's been a slightly less than earned by offer. Slightly less. Not tremendously less, but slightly less. So, now, it's harder to multi-app on earn by time. So, from that perspective, comparing multi-apping and going earn by offer versus earn by time, I make significantly more using other apps some days. But the stress levels are tremendously less. All right. Oops, I never hit arrived. All right. So we are probably potentially knocking on the door of our first dollar tip or maybe no tip. And with that, guys, let's do our energy boost of the day. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't want to milk it too bad. So here we go, guys. 5-hour energy. There we go. I will be back with a Coke Chaser. I will be back. All right. See you in a minute. All right. Oh, I'll be good till 7 now. Yeah, you're darn right. That was, like I said, it's my liquid nap. I'm ready to go. I am rejuvenated. I've had my Uncrustable. Still got some soda left to go. And then it'll be time for a Fiji water break in a little while. Yep. All right, here we go. So let's see how far we have to drive, guys. See, 5 minutes. So, you know,
Head southeast toward Edwin Miller Boulevard.
my time really redefines how you're going to manage your time out here, because it's like, you know, there's one idea, knowing this is a low tip. If I think I can get another offer really quick, I mean, it's in my best interest to move this thing. Just be done with it. Get that next order. That's hopefully a
Turn
tipping
right
order.
onto Edwin Miller Boulevard.
But then there's the idea that if I'm going to get a break of 5 or 10 minutes in between, well, maybe I want to go a little more methodical in my approach and then I get a little extra base time, so I have a little less break time. But all right, here we go.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Williamsport Pike.
So it's in a nice neighborhood. So we're gonna hope that that means this person at least they're a little
At
tip
the
our
light,
way.
turn left onto Williamsport
But
Pike.
honestly, I mean, a coffee, I don't expect more than $1. So if this person did that now, well, actually, I don't expect more than $1, but I still stand by my idea that every delivery, whether it's coffee or roll of toilet paper or a banana, some people have ordered one banana at Aldi, it should be $5 minimum tip. Well, yeah, I know. I apologize. It's all flipped because it inverts. So I apologize. It's not flipped though. I don't think. There isn't. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. So Caleb.com, you said you didn't make any money doing DoorDash after taxes. What did
In a
you?
quarter mile, turn right onto
I'm
Meadow
assuming
Lane.
you tracked your miles, right? I mean, you should have made some money. I mean, you should have made a little bit. OCD's key. Yeah, my wife has OCD, so she gets on me about certain things. I can trigger her OCD big time. But so
Turn right
Caleb,
onto Meadow
you're
Lane,
telling me
then turn
that you
left
made
onto
no
Eagle
money.
School
I
Road.
mean, you did track your miles. You're using a mileage tracker. You're tracking your expenses. You're writing off your cell phone. You did all those, or a portion of your cell phone, not the whole thing.
Take the
Obviously,
next
you're not
left
doing
onto
this
Eagle
full
School
time, but
Road.
you were doing it full time. And I'd like to think you made something. You should have made something. Unless you had some sort of major car repair or something like that just absolutely ripped it away from you.
In half a mile, turn left onto Mimosa Drive.
But the tax bill is something you've got to be fully aware of, because if you don't take it into account, it can crush you at the end of the year in the sense that you're just not expecting it. So you've got to be aware. I recommend the Solo app. I think it's a great app. I use it. I have it hooked up on my Z Fold 5, which is always with me. And, it auto calculates your taxes right in. I put all my expenses in. One of your friends said you don't need to do taxes. Oh, you definitely need to do taxes. They're not
Take the
taking
next
taxes
left
out.
onto
Now,
Mimosa Drive.
here's the deal. What your friend might have been talking about is there was a rule. There still is a rule. Although vet this with your accountant. If you make less than $600,
In a
they're
quarter
not
mile,
going
your
to.
destination will be on the left.
They're not going to generate a 1099 for you, and they're not going to report it. But if you make more than $600, and if they've sent you your 1099, that means they've reported it to the IRS. Well, you can do that. You can write off a portion of your phone. It's an expense. It's a business expense. You're using your phone to do it. Now, not your whole phone. Now, what I do, that's why I've gotten business devices. I just use strictly for gig work. Now, I only do 90% of the expenses on it just because there's always that 10% I might pick up and watch a YouTube video, or like the phone I'm using right now, my son will take the pictures and use the Snapchat filter that they have built into the Samsung low-end devices. And that way I'm covered. But
Your
you
destination
definitely
is
can
on the
write off
left.
a portion of it in your phone bill, and if you buy a phone specifically for it. So, for certain, you should definitely be doing that. But I highly recommend the Solo app. It's like $6.99 a month, and you can write off the $6.99 a month. And it's well worth everything
The
it brings.
customer requested you leave the order at their door. Enter the following instructions. door.
But yeah, and if you do the solo app, now again, I'm not a tax, person or nothing like that. So vet everything I'm saying by tax advisor. But if you utilize the solo app, you put in those expenses, it'll allocate it for you and it'll figure it up, and then you know exactly what you need to set aside. Yep, and guys, sure enough, whoops, hold on. Sure enough, I was right. $3.95 in no tip. So, what did I tell you? Third order ends up being a no tip order. Now, we securely made sure that I got everything on tape and all that business. So if they try to pull any funny business and say they didn't get the order, not going to work. But yesterday I went all day and didn't see any no tip orders. So today is a different kind of day, I got to feel. Well, I'm not claiming actual mileage expenses. What do you mean? The phone is a different side. That has nothing to do with the car. Yeah, that's a different section. It has to do with, that's considered to be equipment, like run for your business. Yeah. Oh, and actual expenses? Well, because you can, it'll allow you to do it. I put it in. Now, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's giving me my standardized deduction, or it's just giving me the mileage expenses. I don't know. But I put it in the app, and I put it in, my tax software when I'm preparing my taxes, and then it kind of spits it out. So, perhaps maybe it's not even crediting it towards, because my tax software that I use just goes ahead and figures it all out. But I put it all in. I put my cell phone in. But your ability to use to I believe, and again, I'm not a CPA, so don't take anything I'm saying as fact. That's what I do. That's what I'm saying. So, but from what I understand, it does let you write off your phone even if you're taking the mileage reduction. That's what I thought. I was under that impression. But again, very, very clearly, I am not a CPA. I let my tax software, which is actually TurboTax, but I have the downloaded version. And I put it all in. Solo gives you the whole breakdown. I input all my expenses for Solo. Solo keeps track of it, lets you attach photos, pictures of receipts, whole 9 yards. I have all that secured, and Solo puts it all nice out for you, and then I put it into TurboTax, and bada bing, bada boom, it comes out. So I don't know if it would make a difference for you, Caleb, but I think you should definitely include it when you're filing the taxes and have it factor in. I know on Solo it does, and I'm assuming Solo, as I see my tax order, I go on there and get my bill, and then I send that money in because I have an account you can set up an online account with the IRS, and you can just send the money over, and then it kind of creates almost like, making sure you're paying in, you get a little refund. And I'd prefer to do that rather than run the risk of miscalculating something. Yeah, Solo only charges $635. Oh yeah, definitely try Solo. Gridwise, I've tried Gridwise, but Solo is to me better than Gridwise because they automatically. Maybe Gridwise does this. I don't know. So maybe you're educating me on something they're already doing. But back when I used Gridwise, it wasn't as it didn't do all the things I'm about to speak about. But the things I like about Solo, I don't care about the income guarantee. It's not even available in my market. What I like to do is the it automatically allocates the miles to your income. So for instance, it knows when you're working DoorDash, it knows when you're working Uber. It goes back in, it figures it out, and then it allocates them automatically to it. Oh, here we go, McDonald's. So, of course, well, I'll come around. I can zip back around. So there we go, $13.25 for 5 miles of where I drive every day in case I get on. Oh, it does. Okay, that's cool. So what do you mean? So what was it? Does it just save like a screenshot, and on that screenshot's just like all the whole map of everywhere you went? Is that what it does? That's neat. But well, Solo actually goes in and it will say, okay, you drove X amount of miles for DoorDash, you drove X amount of miles for Grubhub, you drove X amount of miles for such and such, and you register the apps with Solo, and then Solo pulls it out. I can pull it up at any time, and I know exactly what I've made, and I've checked against my own records, and it always matches. And then you add in your expenses, which I use that. I put everything in Solo, and then I can take that out, and I put it on my own spreadsheets, and I'll kind of check it, cross-check the two, audit myself, kind of. And they do a good job, and it will tell you your tax bill, and then you know exactly what you owe on taxes. You know exactly what you've made. It tells you what you've made after you take all your expenses into account each month, so you know your profitability. And Solo, like I said, it will, if you go back and look in their mileage, it's not in map form, but it'll tell you were on a DoorDash order, you drove 9 miles for this DoorDash order, and it knows when you were driving, and then the times you're not driving, say in between orders, it will let you auto allocate those out. So if you weren't driving for anything, you can just put that down as whatever, you can put that down and attach it to, your DoorDash order, or however you want to do it, however you want to allocate that. But if it picks up that you're driving, or you haven't been on an app or an order for a while, and it'll let you either flag it personal or business. And if you do business, then you can flag it for whichever app you're on. So say because sometimes it's not perfect. So, but give Solo a try out. I'll have to go back to Gridwise and see how it does. I know Gridwise is on my iPhone because it'll ask me, are you working? Do we need to go online? And I always just say no, because I had it on there from a long time ago. But Solo's the one. At first I liked. What the hell was the other one that I had? There's another one that I had for years, and I liked it, but it was a lot of manual stuff. But I just liked the interface, and I liked how it calculated things. But it didn't do all the automatic tracking. You had to input your income. You get a lot of your own work, but it was like a souped-up spreadsheet. Well, that's what I do too, but what it does, the thing that Solo does for you in the back end is because you like Solo will let you register all the apps with them. It will it'll track all those miles during that time, but it'll auto allocate them. So you know this is how much I drove for DoorDash today. This is what I drove for Uber, what I drove for Spark today. And then, like, I just keep it on all the time, and then I sit down while I'm sitting at my kid's practice, doctor's office, whatever. I get my Solo app out, and you just swipe left, swipe right. On some of the ones, and since I keep it on my work phone, if I'm not working, I'll take my default and just put it at the house. Now, if I were to go out and work on my iPhone for some reason, and didn't have my work phone, I can also log into my Solo app and just start tracking miles whenever I start working. But Solo, I think Solo is really, really good. And then, of course, like I said, there's other things that I haven't even tapped into because it's not available in my market. And then it will also tell you, like, I guess it's tracking other drivers. So it will show whether what your market, what the average hourly earnings are for your market, which app is paying out the best on which day. So it's like you wake up today and you're like, what app? And it says this app is projected. Like Spark is clearly the better one in my area because it's always projected at over $30 an hour on sometimes never below 25. Yeah, they have an income guarantee, but that's only in the big cities. Might be in your area, but I've never done anything with that. I don't care about that really. I mean, I guess if it was around and they want to guarantee my earnings, I might do it. But basically, what it is you sign up for like a block, and then they tell you you're going to make, and the guarantee is really low. It's like $15 an hour, $16 an hour. And if for some reason you don't make that amount, and there's some parameters, I don't know what they are, so I'm not the one to really speak with about this, but they will do it. They will guarantee your money, and they will send your money to a PayPal account. I believe, or whatever account you want. I never received a 1099. I always file my taxes. Okay, so you never received a 1099 from DoorDash, is what you're saying, Kyle or Caleb. Well, you might not have. In that case, maybe I thought the cutoff was 600. Maybe it's 2,000 or 2,500. There's a cutoff, but it's better that you file your taxes. I think in that instance, in these instances, just because you don't want to get in trouble. But there is an amount that you don't have to worry about filing. So if you didn't get your 1099 and you're sure it wasn't a mistake, you may not need it. You may not have. The government would never know that you work because DoorDash isn't going to tell them. Oh, they do, yup, because you have to buy, in order for you to take advantage of the income guarantee, you have to buy these credits or something. Like I said, I have not gotten into it at all because it's not in my area and it's not why I use the app. But they want you to buy credits, and you have to, in order to do, like I'm on the $6.95 plan because I'm not using the income guarantee. But in order to get the income guarantee, you have to do I think it's the $9.95 a month or the $14.95 a month plan. So you have to do the higher monthly amount. So absolutely, they're profiting off you, and by the monthly fees, and then in the monthly fee you get so many credits a month that lets you do the income guarantee. So it's not like you can do an income guarantee every day. So again, there's nothing free. There's nothing free. And much like the gig apps, it's all a mirage, and it's more of an insurance plan. And they've said it. You rest assured, the reason why they're not offering it in every market is because they are wanting to make sure they understand what the earnings flow is in a different market, so they can price it low enough that they can advertise this guarantee while at the same time ensuring that they're not having to pay it out as much. But I like I said, Solo solely for earnings tracking, mileage tracking, excellent. I recommend expense tracking and helping you understand what your tax amounts are that you're going to owe at the end of the year is fantastic. And that alone is worth $6.95. I was paying $9.99 to Hurdler. That's who I was using, Hurdler app. But once I started using Solo, I felt like I was getting, for $3 less, I'm like, this is much better, and it's doing a lot of stuff for me automatically. No, it is insurance. It's gig insurance. It's just like the insurances that they have out there. Like Uber is now offering to insure if you got injured on a delivery, they will insure you up to $500 a month income. and they'll pay for your bills and all that stuff. All right, so it looks like we probably have another no tip order, guys. Tim McChicken. I'm not gonna say the name. I don't know what I was thinking there. McChicken. That's it. So this is, and the reason why I say this is because what this is a I'm taking care of what a dasher or what the restaurant forgot. This customer was probably not giving their McChicken, and now I'm returning it, and there will be no tip because this is one the dasher support probably put in. That's what I'm recognizing. So I'm not going to blame the customer on this. Or be like, hey, you ordered a McChicken and you didn't tip me. They probably maybe they didn't tip the last driver, but that's what I think's happening here. So let me run in here, grab this McChicken, and let's get it over to the customer. Hold on. Well, I think there is. Yup, you can do it, but for Uber, it's 3 cents a mile, and then they automatically actually deduct that, and will deduct that out of your earnings and give it to you, so you can report it when you're doing your 1099. There will be a place that you can put that in your tax paperwork. So I opted in for it. I have all the insurance, accidental death, dismemberment, midlife insurance, all that stuff. I do it, and they just take it right out before they put it on my Uber Pro card whenever I'm doing Uber. So to me, I'll do it.
Head west toward West Virginia 9 West, Edwin Miller Boulevard.
The ability to
in 100 feet, turn right onto West Virginia 9 West, Edwin Miller Boulevard. Take the next right onto West Virginia 9 West.
Although I think Dasher Direct might offer something of that.
Continue on West Virginia 9 West for 3 miles.
Why does that keep got lots of traffic, guys, so if this is in fact a no-tip order, that's a good thing for us, because guess what? That means we will enjoy getting some of that extra enhanced base pay. Well, yeah, you're correct. But there are some companies out there that will do it. But no, you're right. It is more difficult to get because we're higher risk. I mean, what we do is high risk. So the chances of us encountering an accident, the chances of us injuring our back, injuring our leg, injuring our arm, falling, whatever, is higher because we're doing these things on, 20 times, 30 times a day, risking our lives to feed the hungry. You know, a noble cause. Without us, many wouldn't eat. The busy doctor, the busy lawyer, the busy retail employee selling computers at Best Buy or at Ulta, maybe. That's one place I'll deliver to the employees over there. So they should. There should be people stepping up. We are the heroes of the food industry, cutting in the hunger in the world of people in our communities, ensuring that nobody goes hungry at lunch. And everybody eats well. If you can afford to, of course. Throw a tip to us. Pay the DoorDash fees. You're going to eat today. All right. Let's see. Where are we going? 7 minutes away, guys. All right. So today is 94 degrees again. Wow. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But what do you guys think? That 5-hour energy is hitting Steve hard right now. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's got me powered up, ready to go. I needed it, man. I'm getting potentially back-to-back no-tip orders. You gotta have some energies to push through these. Carrying that heavy big chicken out to my car. I needed all the energy I could muster to get that in my bag. That only bad part about this order is we are heading out to what I call the country, where it will be a little more difficult to probably score an order right away. So that sucks because, I really do not believe we could expect more than $1 or $2 on this order if the customer is actually tipping. And like I said, I find it hard to believe that the customer actually ordered a McChicken with nothing else, no fries, no Cokes, nothing. Right? Not even an apple pie. So it's my instinct here that this was a missed item on an order. Another driver's getting the tip, and obviously nobody's adding tips in when DoorDash support puts the order in. So. Well, yup. Man, you gotta pay the bills, man. Headache or not, you got to get out there. You're a gig worker. You can't show quit. Get yourself a 5-hour energy and get on out there. Next Friday? Holy cow. Did I read that right? Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow? Are you going on vacation or something? Or just taking it easy? Because I'll tell you what, man, I guess you're gonna have, where are you at in your, I guess you're not in the tier program yet. So do you know how many orders you need in the last 30 days to get to 100? Yeah, I know it is. I was almost not going to work today. I was very close to not working. My wife was going to get out to the pool. We have a community pool in our neighborhood. She was taking my 4-year-old down there, and I was like, I think I'd rather go to the pool, go out here and work. 94-degree weather, 96-degree weather right now. It just went up 2 degrees. Oh, gotcha. Is that, do you have to watch your kids every other week? Is that why you do it that way? Wife is off 1 week, you're off 1 week. It's good though. When the baby gets here in the fall time, it's going to be a different schedule. We have to figure out a new schedule for things because it'll be a little bit different because we're going to have the newborn. So right now, I'm just trying to, I knew I was going to have to turn up the volume and keep going. And start hitting the road. Right now in the build up because, oh no, the X. Oh, I got you. Yes, sir. I got you. So you get your kids 1 week, and then she gets the kids the other week. So it's kind of, okay, well, that works. So when you go, so you basically have a week where you can just literally grind it out 15 hours a week's worth of money, and then take the week off. I like that. That's good. Alright, here we are, guys. Nice neighborhood. See, I guarantee you, I'd be very hard pressed to think that someone's going, like, I guarantee you there will not be a tip on this order. 110%. But I guarantee you there was a tip on the order that this originally was a part of. So in that, I find solace, and I'm not upset with the customer. I understand completely why I was brought into the race. Oh yeah, no kid. No, look, that's what I'm saying. That's why we're talking about changing things up in the fall time because putting 2 kids in daycare. My 4-year-old will finally be going to pre-K, but we're having the newborn, and it's not worth sending the newborn into daycare and then me going to work on gig work. So my wife kind of does. She works a week and then she's off a week. So we're going to be kind of. It's going to be kind of a similar setup to you, where it'll be like I'll be going out for 1 week and going really hard, and then, oh, is this it? Okay, nice house here, but I got to figure out where I got to go to deliver it. So I'm gonna do it all the way around. I mean, perhaps let's say there's a kid that lives here, so perhaps a kid ordered a McDouble, and maybe they're willing to toss me a buck or two to provide it. The service. Oh, there it is. Okay, great. All right, awesome. All right, good people. I will be back. Get the camera load. Leave it. Be right back. Oh, thank you, Fabian. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. I hope you made some money on your month driving Uber out there. It's a weird little driveway here. Damaged the car. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, I stand corrected. This was an actual order. Saw a pool back there. I thought, and I see a little picture of a kid that graduated. I thought, what I said, or this kid just got hungry and said, I'll flip a driver $1. He can come deliver me and I'll make chicken. And that's exactly what happened. 546 base pay, guys. $1 tip. Royally lost trying. I will tell you this. One of the benefits of using a lower end Samsung phone is it's so damn slow. And it is so super slow. I can certainly understand how a driver would pick up a Samsung. They'd watch one of my videos. My average delivery distance, I'll tell you, hold on just a moment. I can actually tell you that. Let me plug this in and I'll tell you what my average miles has been per delivery so far on there by time. A lot of times it's pretty substantial. Like I will see 10-mile orders, although that was lower, that was in the lower 70s. It seems like I've gotten a lot of shorter run orders with tips on them since I've been in the 90s. It's been a little bit of a better experience. Obviously, I don't want to go declaring victory because just as soon as that happens, but the one day when I went from the 70s to the 90s, oh my God, it was horrible. And then I got into the 90s and it's been a lot better experience. Size order today, now this is a bit weak, $7.16 per order. So again, I don't even have to tell you, I'm over $1 a mile, obviously. So it's $1.25 a mile. So, in general, it's, in total, it's not terrible, right? I mean, there's nothing terrible about what I'm telling you. It's not ideal. We're not going to be bragging about this. And right now this is really a concerning number, especially since you don't see me on an order again. But my right now, my active time is at 18.68 an hour. So what does that mean? That tells you there's going to be a correction. If I were to quit right now, right, I could quit right now, make a video and tell you, my time fucking sucks. Now, I plugged into that I was going to work till 6:30, okay? So I could stop 4 hours early and tell you how shitty it is. I'm sorry, I did say it. Average miles, 5.75 miles per dash. And my average order size, damn this thing, is $7.16 per dash. And then right now I've been waiting, so 12:36 to 12:26. All right, so Jesus Christ, Samsung. I'm gonna have to switch for these things. So right now I've been making $15.63 an hour for my dash time, and I'm at 18.68 for my active time. I've delivered one no tip order and one low tip order. That's my average per dash. So I guess you could say round trip, however you want to look at it. That is the average per dash right now that I've done. I'm at 5.75, so that would be round trip, however you want to look at it. That's per dash. I've done a total of 4 dashes today, I believe. Yeah, 4 dashes. So I'm averaging 5.75 miles per dash. So consider that round trip, I guess you would say. And then you figure I've had dead miles per order is 1.5. I've been waiting on average of 4 minutes between orders. So my wait time is real low, but my earning times are not where I'd like to be. I think I might have gotten something. Let me see. Flagging me down? Come on, we don't want to be messing around with that. And I've made $28.65 today, I believe. That's what I'm saying. It's not like terrible for the time of day that it is, because there's going to be a correction. Well, it's a nightmare, right? Well, like I said, but think of it like this, right? I could stop my dash right now, flip on my video camera, and show you that and say, Earn by Time is a scam. It's fucking terrible. But I put in the DoorDash. I'm working until 6:30 today. So DoorDash flagged me 12:30 to 6:30. So I do believe when they see you working 6 hours, they have an idea based on all their data that they have, that they're like, all right, this driver's available for this amount of time, and this is what's going to happen. Oh, I think it's going to raise, but we'll see. But listen, the one day I made 200 and something dollars the one day. Worked 13 hours. So you do the math on that. That was the one horrible day, like last week, and it didn't raise. But that was when I was in the 70s. Now yesterday, today has some indicators that it's not going to be as good a day as yesterday, because yesterday I was working in the 20s all day long on my active time, and I was working around $18, $19 an hour, and then all of a sudden I jumped. That's when I got the $40 order, and then I stayed in the high, in the low 20s on my total dash time, and my active time was in the 30, between 25 and 30, $31 an hour. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, no shit, it's bad. I know, that's what I'm saying. And that was when I was down in the 70s, and I went from the 70s to the 90s that day. So, yeah, it's not good. And that day I drove at what was it? I think I drove at 97 cents a mile. I mean, it was a brutal day. There was a lot of no-tip orders. I thought it was going to get better. I was telling myself it was going to get better. It never got fucking better. And I was, but I understood what I'm getting myself into. So it was like, in a way right now, because I'm just experimenting with this, it's like, okay, it didn't get better. I'm not getting mad about it, because I know this isn't the reality I have to live in. I'm choosing to be here, right? So that's why I don't understand why people... Now, I guess there are those that get mad because they don't have a choice. But I know I can flip the Spark on right now, go sit down in the Walmart parking lot, wait for the next drop of Spark orders, take a $15 to $20 to $25 one, turn on Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash, and turn that $15 Spark order into at least a $25 an hour order. No problem, by doing small little orders around. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you're right. It could be 200 for 4 hours, because that's the part that's why I'm saying, sorry, we're in that area again where it could bounce in and out. But what I was saying is if you know about gambling, the reason why you should apply gambling methodology to everything to do with DoorDash is because it was created by gamblers. They created the algorithm. They have created this to emulate a slot machine in the way it's done. And if you don't believe me, go dig in and research that. That's exactly how it's been created. They actually brought in people from the gaming industry to help with the algorithm and help condition it, because that is exactly how they want you to act and react to this program. They want you to be in the game. They want it to hit the same reward sensors that it does when you're gambling, right? So you have to kind of understand that from the standpoint of that's how this is going to go, in the sense that if you play every game and you take every order, which is akin to almost like flat betting, then yeah, you're going to eventually get there, but it's a longer term. So today might have been a $120 day, but the issue is you've got to stick with it. It's like, think about if you play blackjack. You've got to, if you change up your strategy in the middle, mean, if you decide that I'm going to flat bet, and then you decide, well, I'm going to go from flat betting, then I'm going to accelerate my bet up by half, and whatever, you run out of money eventually. But if you flat bet the whole day, you might lose a little, you might win a little, but you're going to still be playing the game. But you've got to go the long term to realize it. Over time, you're going to, whatever the house edge is going to bear out. And that's what happens here. This is why I said I put in 6 hours. So I've got to go the full 6 hours and see what this bears. And I'm going to work the algorithm for 6 hours and see where it's at. Right now, I'm losing. I mean, in terms of, in my opinion, because I'm losing even based on DoorDash's idea. DoorDash tells me that it has promoted that they want to get their drivers at $25 or higher active time. So I know it at some point. Now, it might not happen today, but it's going to happen because they're going to want to get my numbers. They're going to want my numbers and every other driver's numbers. Now, if I just stop delivering with DoorDash and leave it right here, correction may never come. Well, I think yeah, but you're the problem is, and I've talked with the legislators in my state. I talked with the senator in my state, had a conversation with, had a nice conversation, a couple hour conversation with the representative from, they don't have a clue what they're doing. So they might try to legislate, but they don't even know what they're legislating. And DoorDash right now, one of the reasons why they've leaned into the Earn by Time factor or Earn by Time program is because they can, right now, Earn by Time in my area, they're essentially telling or can present to the legislators, we're paying our Dashers $13.25 plus tips. That's fantastic compared to what, that's exactly what all the fast food restaurants have. Some of them are starting out lower than that, and they're getting tips too. So the legislator, the senator, the House representative, they're not going to dig in further than that, and then they're going to say it's up to the Dasher how they want to work. They can work like earn by offer, or they can work by that. That's what a revolutionary way. So I think DoorDash and these apps are prepared for that. Although I've heard, I've seen articles, because I can't remember the news periodical that reports on it, but there's one that just does constant reporting on the gig economy. One of them was saying that there's a plan, or a lot of them are planning to leave the United States and cease operations and just focus on other parts of the world. But we'll see. I think that, like I said, I think that DoorDash is going to promote to people, hey, we're paying our drivers $13.25 an hour, $15 an hour in some areas, $17 an hour in some areas, plus tips. And when somebody hears that, and they're contrasting it with a waiter or waitress who's making $3 an hour plus tips, or $5 an hour, or whatever it is that a waiter or waitress gets nowadays, like, they're going to be like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that's fantastic. Hell yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I guess you guys are taking care of your drivers. Yeah, why are you paying your drivers so much? Well, a waiter or waitress doesn't have to drive a car, so we pay them $13.25. And that's, now, when you dig into it, and you get into the algorithms, and you look at everything, what they really need to do is they need to say, listen, DoorDash, you've got to pay your driver. Every driver gets $13.25 an hour plus tips. Cross your whole platform. Boom. Now you're talking a whole different situation. Now the profitability of that for DoorDash is tough. Now the costs are going up. Well, we always have been. Yup, that's what I'm saying. That's our value statement to the customers. We are that. And that's why the idea that anybody is saying, when you get somebody's food and you're not securing it in a hot bag and you're not ensuring that that thing is coming to them hot, ready, and as close to it coming out of the kitchen as it can possibly be, then you're not establishing the value to that customer, because otherwise that customer's like, well, what's the difference? If there's not something better happening and when I go get it, then why should I pay a DoorDash driver to go get it? They're paying the DoorDash driver to go get it because DoorDash holds out to them that these drivers are professionals with the bags, with the equipment, with the ability to get your food, be at the restaurant, pick it up, bring it to your doorstep, safe, and in its closest form as if you were in that restaurant enjoying that dining experience in that restaurant. And now obviously, unfortunately, because of when we had our health scare of 2020, bags got sealed, the requirement to put napkins in the bag and straws in the bag and see what's inside and make sure the order was right. All of that came to an end because a lot of restaurants became accustomed to sealing the bag. Now there's a standard that says we don't want that driver looking in our bag, looking in our food. We want it sealed. We want to know it hasn't been tampered with. And now that's become a big deal for a multitude of reasons, whether or not it's social media showing rogue drivers screwing around with people's food, or it's just the idea that we live in a world now where there are health concerns in regards to having somebody breathing on your food, breathing on that food bag. It's in their car, so you want it more secure. Well, I think most drivers don't care because they don't really see it that way. They don't understand like what they're trying to, they don't understand what they are and what they're trying to accomplish. And also at this point, like I said, I think that they don't view themselves necessarily as professionals. Well, it does. I mean, it's like when you're shopping in order, right? I mean, when you're shopping in order, we are obligated to take, but again, DoorDash doesn't help with the pay model that they do. Like when somebody's on a $2 base pay order and they've accepted that $2 order, I mean, in my opinion, if you're on earn by offer, there should be a guarantee of something better than $2. But, because again, you've got somebody shopping in order for $2 base pay, maybe $1 tip or $2 tip, and you wonder why they're going in there and trying to use the opportunity to shoplift a bunch of shit. I mean, it's like the Spark drivers in my area. I've seen them come up. I know they're on a Spark because I can see their stuff. And they're at the checkout. I mean, they're grabbing sodas, they're grabbing candy. It's ridiculous. And now they have Spark drivers at my Walmarts. They have a whole separate area. I know why they're doing that. They have an area that's pretty much like it's cordoned off, and they're asking all the Spark drivers to go in that area, and that way they can watch them. That way they go over, and it's less, I guess in the eyes of Walmart loss prevention, it's less likely that they're going to sit there and fleece the store. Well, I know, but it's also because the restaurants, see, this is the other issue. The restaurants shouldn't be shitty to the driver because we're proxy customers of their restaurant. In other words, we should be treated like the customer that placed the order. So when we walk in there, if you have a takeout customer come in, you're not going to treat them shitty, right? They're a takeout customer. They're a customer of your restaurant. Well, when we walk in, we are that customer for that moment. Now, that means when we walk in, I walk in like I'm a takeout customer. I don't walk in there like I'm a DoorDash driver. I don't come flying in with my phone and start jamming at people's faces. I come in, I go over to the takeout area, I let them know, hey, I'm here for such and such. I am here picking up a DoorDash order. If they ask to see the verification, I'll show them my phone. Some don't. But I'm not jamming it in. I don't come screaming in. I don't park my car, double park my car in front with the hazard lights on like I'm a DoorDash driver. I'm coming in, watch out. No. I'm a takeout customer, and I have been hired to walk in that restaurant as if I'm that takeout customer and pick up their food and then put it in a hot bag and then drive it to their house. So I don't get anything extra for doing that. I mean, in other words, I don't get an extra I don't get, I don't view myself as some special entity when I walk in. Well, they don't because they're not educated to think of you in that way, and we don't act that way. We walk in there like we're like. I mean, listen. I had a scenario at a Pizza Hut a little while ago. And I was picking it up on an earn by time order. Oh, here we go. Chipotle, 9.3 miles. Woo! Now my hope is maybe they're stacked this up. It's going to tell me right away what we're dealing with here. But 9.3 miles, there you go, yup. That's more than double the miles that what we've been driving so far today. So, and I'm not going to see the item. So this is placed through the store. But anyways, at this Pizza Hut, I walk in and there's a Dasher in there, and she's yelling at the Pizza Hut person, screaming at the Pizza Hut person. You know, you're gonna mess up my ratings. Don't hold that order. And the Pizza Hut person says, I don't know what happened. Somehow she got unassigned, or there's some sort of conflict. And I walk in, I show the thing, and she has it. She said, I gotta release it to this Dasher. And this lady is screaming. She's crying. She's like, I've been working so hard on my ratings, and you're about to mess them up. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, how is that Pizza Hut's problem? I mean, whatever the hell is going on. She's like, I'm on the phone with Dasher support. Don't release that order. I'm like, whatever happened, you're not. It can't be reassigned. It's impossible. So it's like, that is not. You are not Pizza Hut's concern. And whatever happened was a mistake. If you accidentally got yourself off the order, or Pizza Hut somehow knocked you off the order, whatever, you're off the order now. Move on. Go on to your next order. You know, go to your car and deal with it. And when I got out to the car, you know, I thought she was gonna like chase me down or something. I just grabbed the order and left, because to me it was like, I'm not going to sit here and get involved in it, because I'm assigned to the order now. But the point is, that's why, in that instance, this driver didn't understand, hey, she's not part of Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut doesn't owe her anything. She is a customer, a proxy customer, and if she somehow got unhired, she needed to just deal with DoorDash support and see if DoorDash support will pay her half pay or whatever. Well, I know they get it all misconstrued. They think they're working for the restaurant, or the restaurant's working for them, or whatever. But you know, at the same point too, you know, I'm saying treat these restaurants like you would as a customer. Sometimes that's probably not the best advice, because sometimes some of these people probably treat the restaurants that way when they go in. So that in and of itself might be problematic if you tell somebody and say, well, now you got to start treating these restaurants like you would act when you went in there. And it's like, oh, really? Well, watch out. You know, but to me, when I go in there, it's like, it's not their fault. They don't owe me a thing, and they're doing the best they can. They're slammed with orders, and I'm not going to sit there and yell at them or scream at them or get mad at them. I'm just going to, I have my tools. I can wait 10 minutes and unassign. I can decide to unassign when I walk in, and just get out of there if I don't want to wait 10 minutes. Or I can pick up the food and go deliver it whenever, regardless of how long it takes. But I'm not going to sit there and get mad at the restaurant because it's something that's beyond their control. It's just like this order right now. We'll see what happens with it. Will I get a stacked order on it? I don't know. But if I don't, I know what kind of day I'm having, because I'm hopeful there'll be a tip on this. But if there isn't a tip on it, or if it's a really low tip, and you know, this they're thinking is going to probably get me about $11 on base pay. That's what they're projecting it. So they've offered this to me at about a little over $1 a mile. So we'll see. Let's see here. credit here, $1 on that last order. Let's just see what we got here. How long do we got to drive on the next one? Have we ever been here before? $7.4 miles, so 14-minute drive away, guys. And I always recommend, if you go in, make sure you're aware of the drive time to the order before you even walk in the restaurant, so you can make the appropriate decisions. Alright, I will be right back. Good friends. Take my ears out here. Alright. Woo! Let's see here. Order was ready. Alright, let's go. Get the ears back in and let's get rolling on the road here. 14-minute ride, guys. I have noticed since I've been doing Earn by Time, I have waited a lot less for orders. You tend to get the orders that are ready. And that might be because this is probably a low tip order, especially for the mileage that they're going to be asking me to drive. Alright, so there we are. And where are we at miles wise? 8.8 miles to the customer. So here we go. Let's start the journey. Let's see if I can you guys up. You guys can see a little bit of the journey. I'll have to put you back near the air conditioning probably after we get to the customer. Because it's 94 degrees. When that sun shines in, man, it really heats things up. Heats that phone up. Apple's done a great job on their phone. Their titanium phone. Samsung, this phone heats up really bad. So. Alright, here we are. There's Chick-fil-A, guys. If you see off to the right, there's Chick-fil-A, there's McDonald's. That McDonald's over there, I'm not high on that McDonald's at all. I don't really like it. It's It's known for very long waits. Let's see what's going on with this. Oh, you did? I guess Bobby will be coming in. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? He'll probably come in to express his discontent over the 100% AR attempt. I'm sure he knows, though, Yup, that I'm live because he's subscribed to my channel. He comes up as subscribed, so he knows. I just think he's probably just busy with other stuff, so I'm sure he might come. My two GigTube sons. Well, yeah, I think he's just been trying to stay out of the way of all the any type of drama or any type of anything. I mean, that's like I said, that's my approach. To me, I'm focused on coming out here, making money, my way. I'm gonna show you my journey. I'm not interested in it, getting involved in. I don't care about leading a revolution or leading geektubers of any kind. I just coming out, do my thing, show you my journey, and that's it. And talk to other drivers about what's going on with them, and hopefully people will come in and out. And I'm in the vertical lines get us a lot more play across the world, really, because I'm flipping through the shorts, so I'm making no money on this live whatsoever. It is monetized, but because it goes through the short feed, you make about the same amount of money as you would on a short. So it's nothing. It's just pennies. But it ain't about that. Like I said, it's about showing the journey. Now, I might do an actual live that would be a more traditional size live. It's not going to reach as many people because it's going to be in the normal algorithm of YouTube. I got you. Yeah, you just gotta be careful, man. But just as like I said, I think YouTube drama is required for YouTube. I mean, unfortunately, people don't really come to YouTube to truly find. I mean, they might come to say, hey, new program came out, or maybe check out what a driver shows them or says their experience was on certain stuff. But for the most part, they're here for the drama. I mean, that's the entertaining part. Or they're here to watch something that they think, like, watch somebody do a challenge, do something that's great, do something that's out of the ordinary, and say, hey, well, how did it work out for them if it's done live. So now if you want some real shit, come to Rational Geek Driver and get uncut real information. That's exactly right. No drama. I mean, I'm telling you, you come over here and cause drama, I'm just going to hide you from my chat and hide you from my channel, and you can go do your business elsewhere, talk elsewhere. But that's not what's happening here. This isn't a democracy. I'm not here promoting cut, come in. This is censored in the sense that I want it to be about business. That's it. Come in, talk. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, you can come in and talk about other things. But I'm saying, if you're coming in and be negative and attacking people and doing stuff like that, that's not what we're about here. We're not coming in for our gotchas. We're not coming in to discuss the drama of old. We're moving on. We're moving forward. We got too much money to make out here. Too much stuff to get done. Too much things in real life to deal with. That we don't need to be wasting time on that stuff. And you want to come in and attack or say something negative to me, well then you're gonna get boot. You're gonna get the boot. And then you can reach out to me at Rational Gig Driver. You know, I guess it's dad-13@gmail.com, and we can have an email discussion if you want to try to be let back in. But, yeah, otherwise, this is no drama. There's plenty of it around, and I haven't done it in a while. I do need to give a live, and I have failed to do that, so I apologize. My soul member, Science something, I always forget the name. It's not an easy to remember name, so forgive me, but we're going to get it right. And this is a really, really rational member, so I appreciate you. Ben Sign Games, appreciate you very much. Thank you, Ben Sign Games. The inaugural member. We will do a members only live at some point, just for you. But yep. So all of you out there watching, I see 12 of you. For less than the cost of a big gulp right now, you've become a really, really rational member of the really, really rational gig driver. It's the most rational thing you do today, this week, this month, this year. And you will be able to get exclusive badges, emojis, and you will be part of our inaugural members only live. Or I will come out and dash just for you, and it'll pop up, I guess, wherever it pops up for members. Let you know I'm live, and you guys can come in and pick the orders within reason. In terms of we can't affect the AR. Appreciate you feel like you're, yeah, no problem, man. That's what it's about. Like, it's funny. I'll watch streams and stuff. I lurk. I don't announce my presence anywhere on GigTube. I go all over. I lurk, and then, like I said, sometimes. I mean, I've been in and out, but I went dark for a long time because I obviously missed a whole lot. As I'm waking up now, I'm like, what the hell happened out here? The whole place has changed. The whole game has changed. Things are different, but I think that's just the way of the world anymore. But hopefully, it's firing you up. I mean, you're gonna be so ready to work in a week that hell, you might decide to head out on some midnight dashes while the kids are sleeping. Just run on out and start earn by timing all night long. I mean, you're getting a guarantee. Work along, you're the official sponsor for Gig Driver Energy, 5 Hour Energy. You don't need to sleep. Get yourself some liquid sleep. 5 Hour Energy, extra strength. Powering gig drivers all over the United States. Alright, here we are, guys. I'm going to turn you guys inside. I almost did it then, but I figured bring you down, cool you off, because you guys are up there in the sun in a 93-degree weather. So, predictions, final predictions. Anybody else out there? Let me know. Yeah, but you are. You are. You are. You know you are. You know right now you want to go work. Especially when you see that somebody is about to just load me up with a $20 tip for this three item Chipotle order. It's going to inspire you to want to run right out. Be like, I got to go get me something. Denial is the first sign of addiction. Yup, remember that. So here we are. Will it be a tip? I think there's going to be a tip. I don't think there's. I could be wrong, and I'm willing to eat my words, but I believe there will be a tip. But I believe it will be a $3.50 tip. And I believe, I don't know exactly how long I've been on this. I think we're going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of around $6 or $7 base pay. So I'm thinking we'll be in a range of about $10, and we'll probably fall just at the dollar mark. And then we'll see what they're going to have in store for us, because can't say it out loud. Hold on. Oh, young man, what are we doing? Got a young bike rider out here. He's just flying out of people's yards, riding recklessly. You've always got to be mindful of the children. Whoa, holy shit. Holy shit. Kids on bikes. Yeah. People pulling out of their driveway without looking. These are the hazards of being grabbed. All right, here we go. Hold on 1 second. Yep, I'll answer that. All right, he came out to greet me, and of course my camera on this. All right, we're going to have to circle back. Jesus Christ. It's one of these merchant ones. It was handed to me, or not handed to me. He came. I should have taken a picture of it, but I took a picture on my. Excuse me, on my device, but it's one of these that you have to take a picture of the merchant. So I got to swing back by, get a picture in front of the house. Not that that really matters, I guess, but at least I feel like at least it's the front of the house. Man, up there. What? Oh my God. Tell you what, right now, I'm about to flip out. Because this shit is stupid as hell. Alright, let's get a picture. Come on. There it goes. I guess the little triangle, I mean, this is very safe, whatever. Reports it is not received. It is what it is. Yeah, no tip on that, actually. Holy shit. Boy, that was shit right there. I thought there would at least be a tip on it. Wow. That was, oh, there we go. We got another offer. 9 miles for McDonald's. They want to head me up to the mountain. Okay. All right. Wow. So I will tell you in a minute. I gotta log it, but I think we're at like, I don't know, $33 or something. Today's a shit day. Today's definitely a day that they're coming to claw back everything they gave me yesterday. And today it's a McDonald's, 2 large fries, and a 20-piece chicken McNugget. So they're gonna send me to the mountain, which is gonna take me a while to get up there. Mm-mm-mm. This shit sucks, man. This is one of those days. And yup, remember we were saying, oh, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Nope, not today. I guarantee you, it's not gonna get better today. Um, it's just this is this is what it will be today. You know, they're getting their pound of flesh back. Yesterday they gave me a good day. Today is a guarantee day. They will give me my guarantee of $13 and some change. But it ain't gonna be much better. So we'll see. I mean, the problem I have, yup, is like I said, it's about 3 o'clock. So you have to follow the math here. They're sending me to the mountain, which when we get to the restaurant, I'll plug it in. It's probably going to be a 15-minute ride out. Now I'll have a choice of where I return, but there is very low likelihood that I will see an order. Um, DoorDash support. It's calling me.
My name is.
Well, I mean, yeah, I see. I know what you're saying. Yup, it'll come back a little bit, but I'm just saying today I think is going to be one of those days where they're going to ride me at 85 cents to $1 a mile, and they're going to take it back out of me. So yesterday they gave me a pretty decent earning day, whereas today they're going to ride me for 6 hours at $13 an hour. So what is that? $78 for today. That's what it's looking like, or at least today. Where were we at? 15 an hour. So if we kept 15 an hour for 6 hours, you're talking 30, 60, 90. So $90 for the day for 6 hours. Well, we're gonna continue doing it because again, as I always have promoted and said, it takes one order. So it takes one order where they decide, hey, then we're gonna give you a catering order to deliver to the factory up there, the Amazon plant, or whatever. And it can happen. It can happen. Um, but this was really sickening. And then the young man comes outside. It's a drop at door. He comes outside and actually goes face to face with me to say, "Hey man, appreciate you." As he knows he gave no tip and knew I drove 10 miles, but it is what it is. I was still polite to him, and he's lucky that there's drivers like me out here doing these experiments because otherwise his food would probably be sitting there for a long time. Now there's the risk, obviously, that many would say is what happens if this individual decides, hey, you know what? Not only do I want to get it as cheap as possible by not providing a tip, I want to go. Let's check the ratings, of course. So far so good, but we'll see. Still sitting at 95%. There you go, guys. Let's go here. Return to dash. So, all right. So before I go putting in anything for this, you had some questions before we go to the next order. We are sitting at, let's see here, clear. Let's see where we're at right now. Sometimes you do this and you realize it's not as bad as you're thinking it is. So let's just see if that's the case here. And remember, last time we checked this, we were at $15 plus and $18 active time. So we are at 1754 active time. So we've degraded on the active hours. And we are at $13.10 an hour. We're actually below our guarantee right now, believe it or not. So we are earning less than the DoorDash guarantee. So today is, right now, every horror story that would be promoted, earned by time, accepting every order would be, is playing out today, at least right now. We're at 91 cents a mile. We're at $13.10 an hour dash time and $17.54 an hour active time. They've offered us 26.3 miles. We've driven 38 miles. They offered to us at $1.31. Like I said, we're down to 91 cents. We've had to wait an average of 8 minutes in order. Well, yes. Well, we'll see how it goes, y'all. But these are the moments where, you again, as I'm saying, you don't want to necessarily react because you were working in the short term. But again, this is where, to me, I think, and this is where I would like to compare this to, one day I'm going to do this. I'm going to be like, all right, let me put in 6 hours for one shift, and then the next day I'm going to do the same period of time, and I'll put in 3 hours and see if the algorithm makes adjustments, knowing, in other words, for me, they know I'm here till 6:30. So, yeah, I'm low right now, but they feel like they know they have the time and a different time of day to adjust me. So, for now, they're like, okay, you can work on the no-tip orders right now because we know you're going to be back. But we'll see. It's just interesting little tests. So now, let's put in the next order and see what we got. What would be absolutely extraordinary is to get a stack, because that would mean I normally that's the indicator here that we're the earn by time is going to begin to correct and is going to begin to bring you back up. Now we're sick because right now, one of the disturbing things right now that we have is we just literally drove 585 for about 10 miles. They're sending us now on another expedition here with a relatively small order for 9 more miles. And that's not even counting completely the miles from that last customer. So, yeah, it's about to get brutal up here. Yeah, because it was about a minute after I got done with that order that they sent me the next one, but it wasn't too many miles driven. We're putting it to 3:58 p.m. There we go. All right, let's go inside and see if this is ready. All right, so your bet is that now you're saying my active time, is that active time or dash time that you're betting there on that end of week payout? Okay, I got you. But are you betting that as my active pay or my dash pay? Big difference. Because I guarantee you, dash pay will definitely be that. Dash pay will probably be, it'll be close to 25. Now my total dash time, totally different story. All right, I'll be back. Yeah, from the time I leave. Okay, I got you. Not active time. All right. 15-minute drive, guys, 7.3 miles. So let's go get this done and then see what else they have in store for us as we continue to handle DoorDash's low-paying orders today. We got into the wrong side of the algorithm today, but I expected it. I mean, I figured that there was going to have to be this give, take, give, take, give, take, give, take. The only problem, is I think that right now DoorDash has no idea what I'm scheduled to work. So we'll see what it is. I think, like I said, it has a lot to do with how much I'm willing to work, when I'm willing to work. I mean, I think, today is not a good day at all, especially when I'm earning less than the guarantee right now on active or on total dash time. Now, obviously, DoorDash would not say that because my dash time or my active time is above the guarantee. So, hey, it's worked out for them, but we'll see. We will see. I'm hoping in the next 2 hours, well, 3 hours, I guess. We have 3 hours to go. I'm hoping in the next 3 hours. The first 3 hours have been brutal, absolutely brutal right now. So we're tracking right now. We're about $78 today. That's shit, man. So we need a huge 3-hour upswing to get this one back on track, and we'll see if DoorDash will accomplish that for me, or if they're going to continue to have me driving these 9-10 mile runs delivering McNuggets. One thing of McNuggets. Will it? I don't know. We'll find out. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith in Tony and his algorithm, and I want you to think about this. I'm a 95% acceptance rate driver that they have right now, earning $13 an hour, $13.10 an hour, and $17 active time. That is a platinum result right there. How you doing, Aiden? I'm sorry to hear that your area has fallen off like that. Are you on, what apps do you work, Aiden? Are you on? Because if you're just working one, or maybe you're just working DoorDash and say Uber Eats, you may want to expand a little bit and consider expanding into Spark or Instacart or Shipt. Get adding something like that, adding some shops into your repertoire. It's you got the okay. So you got deactivated for not doing your. Oh, okay, I got you. Pretty much, Charles. That's what we're doing right now. it's a hope and a prayer right now. Today is every. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm still here or not. Well, that's good. 27 an hour is offensive. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I'm thinking that Tony and company didn't get my email this morning when I told them it was going live between 12 and 6. So they need to get me reprioritized here. I need to get that live dashing priority. When you're live streaming, and you get that Pedro priority, or the clearly that didn't work well for him, given the events of the last 24 hours.